I just wanted to now take a moment and go back to who is Kirsten. Because you're Kirsten Mayne Dressage.
Yeah.
You're doing this fantastic work. But, you know, were you born into horses? What got you where you are today?
No, I wasn't born into horses, but my mum rode when I was little.
Okay.
She had a really bad accident when I was about 3 or 4.
Okay.
She broke her leg quite considerably.
Right.
I might have been slightly older than that, actually, maybe 6. But all I remember is she broke her leg really badly. I had just started properly. I think I sat on a horse before I could walk.
Okay.
We had a riding school down the bottom of the road where I lived,
Yeah.
and I just grew up there.
Okay.
I think Mum used it as like a creche because it was free childcare for her. You know, it was brilliant. And I used to walk home for lunch and then walk back in the summer holidays because it was literally down the bottom of the hill. And I just used to walk home for lunch, and she'd give me lunch and then she'd send me back down again.
So it's fair to say that you did start that at a relatively young age then?
Yeah, I used to. I remember sweeping the yard when I was like 6 or 7,
Right, yeah.
and then I used to sweep the yard and get a free ride. So that was my payment
Yeah,
for
yeah.
sweeping the whole yard.
Now you look back and you're like, what was I doing?
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I mean, I try and get a 6 or 7-year-old to sweep a yard now. You got no chance.
That's very true.
But I'd do anything to ride. I'd literally do anything. And then I bugged every Christmas. I used to put on my list I wanted a pony. Every Christmas. It was the only thing. I never put anything else on the list. It was one thing, pony, want a pony. And then finally, when I was 8, they finally gave in and bought me a pony. And it was the naughtiest pony. It was the cheapest pony that you could possibly find. And it was so naughty. It bucked everybody off. And we ended up having him on an 8-week trial because they didn't really want to sell it to someone that couldn't cope with him.
Okay.
And he was just fantastic. And he bucked me off every day for those 8 weeks.
Yeah.
And I remember the day before we were going to send him back because my mum was like, no, we're not having this pony. It's too naughty. And the day before she said, if it bucks you off again, I'm sending it back. And it never bucked ever again.
Wow.
And it just knew. And he was brilliant. He was a fantastic little 13-hand, but he was way too much for me at the time. But we just grew together and had the best time.
Sort of through those challenging things, though, that's what makes the rider, really.
Because
That would have, some people that would have put them off, some people that would have made them try
I didn't
harder.
really have a choice. It was ride this or don't ride anything. And I was too interested in riding and too gutsy and didn't care.
Yeah.
I broke so many bones on that pony. Smashed my face up into a jump.
Oh, God.
I didn't care.
No.
I just got back on. He was brilliant.
Yeah. Sort of helps you with what you're doing today, and you're selling things as much as you think you've been, you know what that horse is going to be. You never know what it could give you on the day when you get on it. So